Hello, my friends. Happy to be back here today and share with you guys on this second day of January as we continue to move into this new chapter, this new book of our lives. I wanted to share about positivity and toxic positivity because that's something that's been coming up a lot lately. All right. So one heals, one hurts. It's as simple as that. Real positivity can heal someone. Toxic positivity can hurt someone. So we really need to be careful in choosing of our words when someone brings something to us, all right? So let's go ahead and get into it, okay? So we've got one person over here who is positive, uplifting, supportive. And then we've got one person over here that is over the top positive all the time, completely avoiding their real, true, raw emotions. They're just over the top. Everything's fine. It's rainbows and sunshine all the time, okay? So I'm just saying there's a difference. So if someone comes to you and they're like, my house burned down, this over the top person will say, well, just smile about it. It's fine. At least you didn't die. You didn't die. There's all these positive things to look forward to. What are you doing? It's not that big of a deal. It's fine. Do you think that that actually helps that person? No. What that does is that makes that person feel this big. They're coming to you with a problem and they're coming to you with an emotion and you're minimizing it. You're dismissing them. You're jumping over it. And you might have all the best intentions in the world, but that's not helpful to that person because you're forcing your reality onto them. That is not their reality in that moment. So it's very important that we meet people where they're at. So if someone comes to you and says, you know, my house just burned down. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. What can I do to support you? Is there anything I can do to help you? No, I don't need anything. I need to tell you, like, I don't know what to do. Would you like me to help you create an action plan and a game plan and move forward? Or are you just venting? I'm just venting. Okay, fine. I'm here for you. You know, it's as simple as that. That is creating the positive, safe space for people to come to you with their emotions. Because I don't know if you can see my shirt, but it's like all our emotions are welcome. It's a spectrum, it's a rainbow, and we can feel all of our emotions. They're real and they're raw, and they have to be felt. You have to feel things in order to heal them. So acting like they're not there and making everything like it's positive is toxic. Completely ignoring the reality of what's going on and jumping into this positive state of being is not going to solidify anything, right? It's not going to work. It doesn't work. It makes people feel not heard, not seen, and validated, all the things. So positivity is about looking for the good while also embracing life's challenges. It's realistic and it's also very empowering because we can embrace life's challenges. We can feel those challenging feelings while we still look for the good. But everyone's processing time is completely and totally different. So encouraging somebody with a pep talk, if they come to you and they say, hey, I had a really shitty day yesterday. I'm having a shitty day today. Like, I'm just stuck. Someone that says, that was yesterday. Today's a brand new day. Whatever you felt yesterday doesn't even matter because today's a brand new day. You can make today so much better. Who gives a shit about yesterday? You know what that does to that person? It makes them feel very small. But you meet them where they're at. It's like, I'm really sorry that you had a bad day yesterday, and I'm sorry you're having a bad day again today. Is there anything that I can do to help you? How can I support you? What is it that I can do to make you feel better? Is there anything? And a lot of times they'll say, no, I just need you to hear me out. It's like, okay, cool. You know, so creating that space and being that safe space for someone is important, all right? So toxic positivity, again, is just pretending like everything is okay when it's not. It's like, hey, I'm overweight. I have a family history of diabetes, but I'm just not even gonna look at that because I'm gonna look at everything going good and I'm just gonna continue to go in that direction. And it's like you're ignoring and avoiding something that is real. So don't avoid something that's real just because it doesn't feel comfortable. It's just an uncomfortable feeling for just a little while, you know? We really want to acknowledge every feeling that we have, right? In order to get to where we're going. Because again, we have to feel it to heal it. So, like if a friend comes to you and they're like, hey, I have had a really tough situation happen recently, and I just, like, I don't know what to do. I got to tell you about this. I don't know what to do. This and this has happened. For someone to say, it could be way worse, like what you're saying is nothing. Like, look what just happened over here. Or look what's happening over here. You're not meeting them where they're at. You're going around it. And so it doesn't make that person feel safe or good. And even though you might have the best intentions in doing that, trying to help them to feel better, you're not actually connecting with them in the present moment. You're not connecting with them how they need that connection. They're coming to you because they are trusting you to help them to feel better, and they're trying to connect with you. And so it's important we connect with someone and we meet them where they're at, all right? So it's harmful. Toxic positivity is harmful because it invalidates emotions. It makes people not be seen or heard, and it creates unrealistic expectations. So we really want to be honest about real live positivity, all right? We shouldn't dismiss someone when they need empathy. They come to us, they need empathy in that moment, and we dismiss it and just say, get over it, dry it up. What does that sound like? Doesn't that sound like the way you were conditioned and the way you were raised? So how much do you do that to yourself? How much do you do that to yourself? It's not fair. It's so much bigger than that, right? Like you get to do this for yourself, and you get to do this for others. You get to create a safe space within and for yourself to feel your raw, true emotions, regardless of the way you were brought up, regardless of the conditioning. And then you get to share that with others and be a place of solitude and serenity for other people when they choose to come to you with their issues, okay? So the key is always balance, always, always balance. Positivity should uplift people and not shut them down. But if we're not meeting them where they're at, sometimes we have to sit in that uncomfortable emotion with them. You know, how many times have we had someone sit in an uncomfortable position with us? Several times, I'm sure. So we have to give that back to people. If they are in an uncomfortable situation, we can meet them where they're at and say, I'm really sorry that you're going through that. What can I do to best support you? How can I help you? And sometimes people don't want solutions. Sometimes people don't want help. They just want to vent, and that's fine. Now, if this happens over and over and over and you become their go-to person to just dump on, it's kind of like, okay, perhaps you need to look into seeing a life coach or a therapist, you know? That's totally fine too, because you need to be solid in your boundaries. But I say that to say, sometimes it's okay, but we have to meet people where they are. There's nothing wrong with real, live, true emotions, and you have to feel it to heal it. And you can't get from here to there. If they're in this space, they can't just jump over this space because that's your agenda and you're trying to get them into your reality. You have to go into their reality and see where they're at, and then help them to get out of whatever reality that they have created, all right? So again, simple mantra, you gotta feel it, heal it, and then move forward. Feel it, heal it, and then move forward. We're not gonna sit in the negative space. We're not gonna ruminate in it. We're gonna feel it, we're gonna heal it, and we're gonna move forward. And again, it's a rainbow. Now, life isn't always rainbows and lollipops, but when we can go through the gray areas in between, there is always gonna be sunshine at the end. So it's very important that we understand the difference between toxic positivity and positivity, and what toxic positivity does that causes people to completely repress and regress all of their emotions because they don't feel validated in that moment, versus true, authentic positivity that is affirming and that helps them to feel heard and seen. And then all that does is help them to raise their own bar just simply by your presence and providing a safe space for them. So anyway, I just wanted to share that as we go into this brand new year. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any comments, go ahead and leave them in the comment section. And if you would like to learn anything more about anything specific, just let me know. If I need to break things down further, please let me know that also. I'm happy to help. And I hope this helps y'all to understand the difference and how there's a way that we can actually be of service without gaslighting people or gaslighting ourselves. So anyway, talk to y'all soon. Peace.